Hey, and welcome to another edition of Live Out Loud Podcast. It's a podcast about all things living clean and sober, having a great life, having a good time, enjoying yourself, and just not taking things too seriously.
Living clean and sober.
Clean and sober. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
You were just about to drink water. I almost got you. Scott and Gary, we got Smurf over there running the board and taking care of all the technicals that we don't know how to do. And we're here to hopefully entertain you for the next little bit of time right here at Live Out Loud Podcast. Let me start by saying before we get into the show that we have a real reason for being here. Now, we spend a lot of time goofing around and having a good time. We love all of you listeners. You guys are already starting to join us. I see Nolan and Laura and Pedro.
Dell came on. Dell's on right now.
All right.
Hi, Dell.
We do this for a purpose, and the purpose is to try to get people to enjoy themselves clean and sober. And if you or someone you love has a problem with alcohol or drugs, if you are suffering from addiction or afraid that somebody that you care about might be suffering from addiction, you need help. This is not something you can do on your own. Even if you just call to get information, make the phone call. Our addiction specialist, Karen, is on the line. Just give her a call. Tell her what's going on. And maybe there's something that we could do to help on our end, or maybe there's some advice that we can give or something. But for goodness sake, just don't ignore it. Don't wait for it to go away, because God knows it never does. So Karen's number is 786-514-0893. That's 786-514-0893. Please, if someone you know or if you are having a problem, call that number. Right, Gary?
Yeah, I mean, don't even feel, a little embarrassed, because that's understandable. So you don't have to leave your name unless you want to, ask a couple of questions first, feel it out, see how, if you really feel that we can help you, which we can. We absolutely can. And if you feel like you have a problem, you do. If you feel like you don't, and you think you can take care of it yourself, a lot of times that doesn't work, So just give a call. Just satisfy your curiosity and give a call. Don't leave your name if you don't want to. It doesn't matter. At least you're reaching out.
So that phone number for help, one more time. You're calling Karen, 786-514-0893. I got a little, like a frog in my throat.
I got a little bit of muck.
Oh, do you? Well,
what does that mean?
What is swallow a lily pad so it has some place to sit?
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Who the hell came up with frog in a throat? Did that actually happen to somebody once? They went camping, they rolled over, a frog went down their throat, and then they couldn't talk, and so now that became a thing?
Well, it's because when you have a frog in your throat, you got to talk a little bit like that. It sounds like you're croaking.
Oh. That actually makes sense.
It makes
does,
sense.
doesn't
it?
It
Just sounds funny when it says croaking.
See, when you make sense, that scares me.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Oops. I'm not expecting logic. Anyway,
my God.
Today's show.
I can be logical at times.
Today's show, and we're going to do something we've never done before on today's show.
Uh-huh.
Striptease.
Oh, no, I'm out.
No?
I'm out. Here
You're
I
out.
go.
You're out.
See ya.
Ooh. Okay. I took the shirt off already that you gave me. Most of my wardrobe is Scott's, So.
No, they don't want, no striptease. I mean, I cover the mirrors in my own bathroom. I don't want to see myself.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody else wants to. No, seriously, I look like melting candle wax.
Seriously?
All right, I mean, come on.
I've never heard that. I never heard that. That's great.
I'm working on it. I've been going to a gym. I'm trying to get fit. I'm trying to get into shape. I'm just not sure what shape that's going to be, but I'm working on it.
We got two hellos. We have Suzette says hi guys, and Lisa says hi guys.
Hey,
Lisa
Melanie
Grossi and Suzette Brox.
Melanie sends out a hello and I love you guys. You remember Melanie? You do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Bill McClenton, my good buddy, Tammy. Have you met Tammy?
Tammy.
I should introduce you to.
I don't have Tammy on.
Because she listens to me, not you.
Oh, I think that. Well,
it's okay. We went out to lunch the other day, and you know, Tammy listened to me and Therese listened to you, and that's kind of how it goes because they're tired of hearing us.
Well, isn't it great though? She did ask most of the questions. She's very curious. She's very curious.
It was a good time.
She's a good girl.
Today's show. What are we going to do that's so special?
You guys want to know what we ate? Maybe not.
What the hell did I eat?
Oh my goodness!
You had
a skirt steak.
Skirt steak.
Actually, it's kind of a cheap restaurant. I had a steak and I had to wear a skirt while I ate it. So that was.
And you ate it all up. It was very good.
It was tasty.
I was very happy.
They put some of that chummy cherry stuff on it.
Chummy,
yeah,
chummy cherry.
All right.
I had a chummy cherry one time.
Today we're going to take some phone calls.
Oh, bro. Okay. She said.
Gary, do you need us for this conversation?
No. It's just she said it told me how to really pronounce her name. Sorry. I read like I.
Read like he talks.
He's dyslexic.
like I add. It's just horrible.
Yeah. All right. All right. So today we're taking phone calls on our show. If somebody wants to call in and go live on our show with us. Now, if you're watching a rebroadcast, this is only while we're live. You can't go live when you're watching a rebroadcast. It doesn't work.
But we're live now.
But we're live right now.
Watch.
See, ow, would you stop it?
See, that actually hurt him.
But the problem is,
very moment
with us,
that pinch hurt.
If we're saying we're live right now,
oh no,
people who are watching it later are going to hear us say we're live right now.
Oh, so if you're
how do you do this?
If you're watching later, we're not live.
But how do they know it's later? When they're watching it, it's now for them. This is a conundrum. This is why we don't do time travel.
Oh my God, you can't even speak.
Yes, right, I know.
Because we're here right now, but later on we were there.
We were there.
But now we're here.
We're here now.
That's right.
What is this, a Goonies reenactment?
I don't know where I'm going to
be. Down here.
Yeah.
Hello, Doc. Doc just joined us.
Listen, everybody,
Terry,
pay attention.
Again.
This is the phone number. If you want to call in right now. Now being now, not later now.
Not later now. And you want to call here, not when we're there.
Now being 2:09 Eastern on Friday.
17 people just logged off. It was. They're going to join us later.
Right.
All right. 954-210-5413. I'm going to do it one more time. 954-210-5413. I'll repeat it later on in the show if you want to call in. If you guys want to call in, let me tell you what we're talking about today right here at Live Out Loud Podcast. It's it's a topic I think must be talked about, and it is simply we are all stupid. We are all stupid, so enjoy it.
In a little
Just
bit
enjoy it.
In a little bit of way. You know, you might not be stupid in a lot of way, but everybody has a little stupid.
I think my stupidity is very well rounded. I do it in smart ways. I do it in dumb ways. I just do it. So
you are an equal opportunity stupid person.
Yes.
And that just proves it.
I like that. Yeah. My stupidity has no bounds. It just goes everywhere.
It just does its thing.
Well-rounded.
It just flies out anytime.
So when I say we're all stupid, I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody, but I'm just saying, lighten up. Every one of us do stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can't,
I do.
And if you can't find something that you're doing that's stupid, guarantee, look at the person next to you. You're going to find, yeah, exactly. See, you're going to find something.
Well, I always get to just watch you guys as you babble, just waiting for it.
But just enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. We get so serious about everything. Everybody screws up. Everybody F's up. Everybody, has a problem. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. But if you want to call in and join our conversation, 954-210-5413. Now, I'm gonna explain what I mean by everybody's stupid. I was in the department store. Okay, it was like a Macy's or one of those places, and I was walking around, and this was a little while back, and I bumped into a mannequin. Which I'm not sure why it's really sexist since it was a female, but it was a mannequin. It should have been a she-ican, but or a hurricane or a female-ican. I don't know, but a mannequin. I bumped into it.
Mannequin.
I bumped into it, and I immediately turned. Now, just because I'm a nice freaking guy, I immediately turned and said, "I'm sorry." Then I realized it was a mannequin. No, what I did was I bumped it. I said, "Excuse me," and then when I realized it was a mannequin, I said, "Oh, it's a mannequin. I'm sorry." I actually apologized to a mannequin for saying "excuse me,"
and then the mannequin answered, and he committed himself immediately.
Yeah. When they start talking back, you're either in an '80s movie, right?
Yeah, right.
Or commit yourself. Or you might have a problem with drugs, so call Karen. But
Yeah, right.
But I've actually done that. I mean, and you got to laugh at that. You got to laugh at that. When I went to the gym, and I think I told the story a few months ago or a month ago, when I went to the gym and I got on the treadmill, and I didn't know how to use it right because last time I went to the gym was
before treadmills,
the 12th of never, right?
Before treadmills,
and Therese got on her treadmill next to me. She goes, "Are you all set? You know what you're doing?" And I'm like, "Come on, me, yeah, I got this." And I looked at it, and there were so many freaking buttons. This thing was huge. I had a TV in it, and a fan, and this and that, and some sort of like hand that came out and gave you a nice rub down. It was, I don't know, it was something. It was all this stuff. I couldn't figure out how to get it started. And then I found a button and it said, I pressed the start. And I pressed the start button and it said, choose your speed. Now, you could hit an arrow so you could slowly bring your speed up or down. But I went right to the numbers and said, I will enter my speed. And I thought I would pick a nice, easy number to just kind of like get a nice, good walk going. And I hit the number 8. And
okay.
Apparently that was the wrong number. Number 8 was boom. This sucker's going. Next thing you know, I'm holding on to the handles. My legs are going like a cartoon character, right? And I'm going and going and going. And I want to hit the stop button, but my arms are the only thing that are keeping me from shooting off the back of the treadmill into the 300-pound lady behind me doing squats.
No.
So I'm just.
Well, at least you had cushion.
Yeah, that's true.
I wasn't picking out on anybody specifically. You said there was a 300-pound lady. That's cushion.
Man, I would have shot off there so fast they'd have to surgically remove me from her buttocks. That's like a reverse birth. No, that's wrong.
Bad. Suzette said that she did the same thing.
No. Did you have like the little safety thing so that when you went flying, it was like, and then it turned off?
No, apparently there is some safety thing that. I saw that and I thought, what morons need that?
I don't need a heart monitor.
What morons need that? Well,
if you put that on, you're going that fast, you're hurt before it even stops.
Yeah. And, and of course, I'm looking around, I'm running to save my life. My arms are, and I'm going this. And I didn't think, lift your feet up and just put them on the sides. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, don't die.
Right.
And the other thought was, I hope nobody's watching.
Oh, yeah.
That
is...
Of course, the round of applause I got when I finally figured out how to stop was kind of an indication.
Well, that's the whole thing is thinking, is somebody watching? One time it was daylight savings time. I get to we got a call?
Yeah, finish your story.
Okay, I want to finish my story. Hold on, this would be the first call. All right. Anyway, daylight saving times, I get to JetBlue at 4 o'clock in the morning. I figured, well, I will set the clock for everybody before they even get here. I was the first one there. I get up on a cooler. There was a cooler underneath the clock. So I stand on the cooler and I change the clock, and the cooler wasn't really secure. So it slipped out from under me. I fell right on my back. The first thing I did was jump up and look around to see if somebody was watching.
Yeah.
I wasn't checking to see if I was hurt
right.
or anything. I just jumped up and looked around.
Yeah.
And then went...
Yeah. Just kind of put your hand over that bone sticking out of your leg so you can check to make sure nobody's making fun of you, because that's the important part, right?
Exactly.
Like a cat that hides behind the couch.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever in LOL history, we have a call.
Am I on the air?
Yes,
you are on the air.
Man.
Who is this?
Well, this is Doc.
Doc! It's my brother Doc.
It's your brother Doc?
It's my brother from another mother. Hi, Doc. How are you? Wow, how wonderful to hear from you.
Well, it would be nice to hear from you too as well.
Yes, that's the stupid thing that we do. We always think about calling somebody.
Yep, you've been a busy boy.
I've been a busy boy.
I have seen on social media that you have been a busy boy, but I saw on social media as well that you're having a live podcast. So I thought I would call up and say hello.
Wow, Doc, how wonderfully.
Gary seems a little uncomfortable. Does he owe you money, Doc?
No, Doc is basically.
No, if anything, I owe Gary big time.
Oh, okay.
Doc was my first hero.
Really?
It was my first hero when I was climbing up through the ranks of trying to become a singer. Doc was my first mentor.
Wow.
And he's still singing great. I saw a video of yours. So you probably saw that I wrote something. I commented on Facebook. Your hair's getting long, Doc. Hair's getting really long.
Yeah.
It is. And you're looking great, and you sounded great. And of course,
thank you.
Still you're number one in my lead singer book.
Well, that's always great to hear, Gary, and you know how much I love you, man.
Yeah, I love you too, Doc.
I just wanted to call and wish you the best of luck with the podcast and with everything that's going on in your life. And maybe perhaps you can give me a call when we can talk on a little more private basis, and we can catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I saw where you guys were taking callers, and I've done some pretty stupid stuff in my time too.
Please, Doc, share one with us.
Oh my Lord!
Share one with us that won't put you in jail.
Oh well. That narrows it down a lot. I at one time used to drink quite a bit, and which was stupid in itself. Not drinking, but drinking quite a bit, I've done some pretty crazy things. They tell me I had a really good time in the 70s.
But you don't remember any of it, do you?
I'm trying to think of a story that somebody else might have told me.
Doc, the idea that you don't remember any of the 70s tells the whole story right there, pal. Yeah. Which the good news is you missed disco. So you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, stupid is as stupid does, sir.
It sounds just like him, doesn't
it?
Hey, Doc, thanks for calling in, buddy.
Thank the Lord, I'm still among the living, and and it's great to talk with you guys, and I hope the podcast does marvelously. It's off to a great start. I was really enjoying listening to it, and I will continue to do so. So you guys take care. Gary, I love you. Give me a call when you can, brother.
I lost my mic.
All right.
I love you too, Doc. You take care of yourself, and we will talk, okay?
Thanks, Doc.
It's funny. The thing is that you always think, well, I'm going to call, and then when you think about calling, you can't call, and then when you remember to, when you can call, you don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it's your mic, buddy. Oh.
There we go.
It fixed itself?
I touched it, so maybe
Don't
it was.
touch things.
No, maybe I fixed it when I touched it.
Well, good. Maybe you shocked it, and that's why it broke. Ugh.
All right, a couple of shout-outs. Wow. There's so many people.
Isn't that nice? We got a lot of people in here.
Brad.
So many people,
Melanie,
Brad.
Lizette.
Now we'll talk about the ones that are on my list.
Ryan,
okay?
Charles, Nick, Shannon, Anna, Bonita. Wow, Bonita, haven't seen you in forever. And Deborah Everts, Shelley up there in New York. Guys, thanks for joining in, everybody. Thank you.
Darren Newton and Terry is back with us again. Dana Goyer. Hi, Dana, from Stitch in Heaven.
Oh,
Dana,
yeah.
Dana even says hi to Tammy. She texted us to say hi to Tammy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's going to call and say, would you give Tammy a message for me?
And so did Suzette. Tammy, you should be here. But you should always be here, sweetheart.
All right. Deborah says, hi, Scott. Hi, Deborah. All right. Do we have another caller?
No, they left, so we have lines open.
Okay. Lines are open.
Lines open.
954-210-5413. Call us up if you want to share and build our hypothesis that we are all stupid.
Yep.
Just share something that proves this theory. And if you don't enjoy it, you're missing out.
I've got a couple of things.
Gary, give me a stupidism from the life of Gary.
All right,
boy.
trying to cut your hair by yourself.
Did you mess up the back, buddy? Did you have a mullet?
I think everybody's had that thought, but very few people have the guts to do it.
Right. I just need to trim just a little bit here, or your beard, right?
Yeah.
You're just doing it yourself.
Did you end up with like that little Dutch boy cut when you were done, or what?
My hair was really long, and by the time I was done, there was hair all over the floor.
It was.
It's
It looked like somebody murdered Cousin It.
Yeah, that was very quick. That was very good. How about people who brush their teeth before they eat?
Oh no, the orange juice is the worst.
When
You brush your teeth and you drink orange juice. Yeah, it doesn't taste too good.
Absolutely.
We do have a caller.
Hey, caller, you're on the air. Live Out Loud podcast.
Hi, how are you? This is Terry.
Oh,
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
How
Yeah,
you
this is
doing? I hear
definitely-
you're talking about stupid things.
Well, it's pretty much every show, but today we're really dedicated to it.
You do have a wonderful group there. You guys just banter off each other perfectly.
Well, we
I
practice.
look forward to these podcasts so much.
Well,
we
you
spend
join us
hours
all the
together
time.
in a
Thank
locked
you.
room just insulting each other and practicing before we go on the air.
That's right. And
Well,
the
you two are
tears
good at
flow.
that too.
The
Anyway,
tears
I want
flow.
to talk about something stupid that I did.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I went shopping. I spent like $300, and after I paid, I just walked out the door and left the stuff there.
Oh,
I've done
that
that.
is. Yep,
And I'm not drinking
people
anymore.
have done that.
I'm not drinking anymore.
People have done that. I've done that too. Gotten home and wondered, wait a minute.
Wait
Where's
a
my
minute, didn't I
stuff?
just spend $300 on something? No, they always catch you. It's like, excuse me, and you look like a joke to other people. Like, what's wrong with you? You got $300 worth of stuff.
Well, it seems like there should be some sort of law, because I know for a fact that if you walk out with $300 worth of stuff and you forget to pay, there's a law against that.
That could be an issue.
It's three, four
I did take the
four
receipt,
times
though.
I found out about that.
But that's that you're doing consciously. The walking out without paying. That's a good example. That's a good example. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying
No.
that's a great
I am.
example.
You're not. I am.
But you can laugh about it, right? I mean, it's okay.
Oh God, you got to laugh at things. You know, I've done so many stupid things in my life that I just sort of try to laugh at them now and say, well, okay, I learned.
And so
Finally.
have we all. As long as you take that stupid thing, you learn from it, and then you you move on.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Tammy. How are you?
See, there you go.
There you go. Well, thank you,
She's
Terry.
a nice person. Oh,
she is
a sweetie.
outrageous. She's a sweetie. I'm very lucky.
Okay, don't want to hold up the line. Love
Terry,
you
Terry,
guys.
thanks for being a great fan. It's great having you out there listening.
You're always joining. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. All right, we got another caller on
Yeah,
the
we
line.
have Patty.
All right, Patty.
It says Patty.
All right, caller, you're on the line. Live Out Loud podcast.
Hello?
Hello.
You
Hey,
don't
how
sound
you
like a
doing?
Patty.
Who is this?
And who is this?
I can't believe you said Patty. That is
It says
Gary
Patty.
and Ronnie and Patty Davis, buddy.
Oh, it's Ronnie Davis. Ronnie Davis. Ronnie
We are
Davis.
from, where are you at? Because I just logged in. We're in Margate, Florida.
Oh, we're in Fort Lauderdale, East Fort Lauderdale. Ronnie, let me tell you folks who Ronnie Davis is, if you don't know him yet, or if you don't know him already. Ronnie Davis is now.
Ronnie's scared.
I know you don't like to hear this, Ronnie, because I know that you are generally a humble, very wonderful guy, very, very nice. But Ronnie Davis is a legend here in Fort Lauderdale as an entertainer. He is a legend.
Are you a fire juggler?
Yes, the one
You know,
person
but
who hasn't
I'll
heard
tell
of you.
Something very funny. My lovely wife Patty is one of the dancers in one of the shows that we do. She comes out with flaming coconuts. I know you don't have time for stories, but I tell you, there's been a few of them. They want to know if I was a fire juggler. No, Patty's standing right here, and we did a big show up in Central Florida. Came out, lady got scared, ran up, knocked a flaming coconut on the floor. Luckily, they had a fire extinguisher, so no more fire for us.
That's good.
Wait. In what show do you use a flaming coconut?
I said, but I'm still hot.
And yes, she is.
And there she is.
No, we've worked with Gary and seen Gary, and Gary is.
I just saw him Tuesday.
She just saw him Tuesday, and Gary is definitely one of the most talented people I've ever met. In my 42 years in the business.
Wow, thank you. That means a lot coming from you. That really does, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I owed you one for building me up, but can I tell you my quick, stupid story that just happened the other day?
Please do.
Coming out here on the porch with a nice cup of coffee, Danish in my hand. Forgot that this will be all over. Forgot that I left the sliding door closed, and boom, head into the door and coffee everywhere.
Luckily, he didn't break the door. I'm not worried about it.
I guarantee there's a lot of people out there going, yeah,
I think I've
did
done that more
too.
times than I care to admit.
Patty, go out and get one of those big red stickers and just put it in the middle of the door so that Ronnie doesn't hurt himself anymore, all right?
Right? I know. I was thinking that. Thanks for reminding me.
It's either that or get a shock collar, so if he gets near the door, it'll go off, and at least you'll be able to escort him outside.
Hey,
I like that one better.
Ronnie, I've got a lot of people texting in saying, wow, Ronnie Davis. All right. I got Best
Is he
Elvis.
still alive? Is that what they're saying?
They're saying Best Elvis.
Oh,
Somebody
that's
said
nice.
Best Elvis.
Ronnie,
next month is the anniversary. He's been gone 42 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 years.
yeah.
Well, thank you for reminding me about how old I am.
Oh, jeez.
How old my daughter is. That's how I know how long it's been.
Oh, wow. That's
an
there's
easy
a
way to
mark.
keep
That's
track.
an easy way to keep mark.
Yeah, she was a month and a half old when he died.
Wow.
I remember,
1977.
yeah, I remember where I was and what I was doing when I found out he died.
Yep.
It was,
Right?
Wow.
I was a huge Elvis fan from the time I was little, and Elvis and the Beatles are just kind of my thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
And Gary, we got to get together and be Righteous Brothers one more time, buddy. When you have
Absolutely. Rock and roll heaven, buddy.
time. You got it.
That'll be awesome.
Thank
Listen,
you for having us on.
if you guys are ever down in this area, let us know. We'll get you on the show with us. How's
I'd
that?
love to have you guys on
That'd
the
be
air.
cool.
I would love that.
Where is down in this area?
Fort Lauderdale, you weren't here.
Oh, okay.
East
Fort Lauderdale.
We're in Margate.
That's where I grew up. Fort Lauderdale.
All right, beautiful. If we can get together, we'll make that happen. We'll throw a special podcast out just for the occasion of having you in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gary, let me know how I can spread the information on the show and everything when I see you. Okay.
Okay, absolutely.
Well, you guys are great. Thank you.
Hey, thanks
Thank
for
you.
calling in,
Great
Ronnie.
All right, take care and watch those doors.
Bye, Ronnie. Bye, Patty.
I will.
You can't watch
All right.
the door. It's glass.
You are living. What? Listen.
Nailed it.
We're going to try in English now. You're listening to Live Out Loud podcast. Scott,
Ronnie
Gary,
Davis
and the
called in.
Smurf all coming your way. We've got a lot of people out there. Great to have live callers calling in. If you would like to call in and be a live caller, well, better than being a dead caller. Hello?
It seems to be
Hello?
working.
It's
be
working great.
Yep.
Thanks to Smurf for putting that together, our call system. Thank you very much.
Yay. So, gosh, I don't know how to pronounce last names. But there's a guy named John.
All right, John's good enough.
No, not on the phone.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to say, the caller IDs are all wrong, so I'm not going to say them.
Yeah, we have a caller. That's all you got to say.
Yeah,
have
that's
another
what I'm gonna say. Well, we don't right now. But
We don't.
John just celebrated 31 years clean and sober on July 16th.
That
All
is
right.
excellent.
31 years clean and sober.
31
God bless
years.
you. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yeah, time flies when you're sober.
I know. 31 years. And every moment of that is filled. When you get clean and sober, it's amazing how your time fills up, that you're thinking, how did I ever find a way to spend 22 hours a day doing heroin? I mean, I don't know however I found the time. But it's just,
Actually,
Is
I
that
didn't
wrong?
find the time. The time just passed.
the
you
time just
by.
passed by.
You know, all of a sudden I remember I started doing the heroin,
Yeah.
and then I woke up 2 weeks later, and
I
what
don't
happened
remember much of
in 2
college.
weeks?
I am so psyched today. All right, we are all stupid, so enjoy it. That's what we're talking about today. If you want to call in and join the conversation, 954-210-5413. And let me share another one.
You have a lot. You have so
the
many.
list goes on, but this is, and I hate to say this has happened more than once. I love to cook. Love to cook. Cooking is like, I get home, I work all day, I could be dead tired, but cooking calms me down.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
So I've got an oven mitt, and I go to get something out of the oven, and I put the oven mitt on one hand, and then I reach in with the other hand and grab the pan.
Oh.
And I would like to say that's like one of those things you do it once, and then you're smart enough you don't. I've done this like 4 times.
Yeah.
You put the oven mitt on, and then you just distract yourself. You open the door of the oven with the oven mitt and reach the hand in. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, I don't know if you actually feel pain that fast, but you know the pain's coming, so you react before the pain even sets in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's kind of like your brain just says, this is going to hurt. Start screaming now and get ahead of it.
Just get the build up in there.
You know, it's gonna. Well, I know somebody who grabbed a curling iron by the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, guys don't use curling irons because we are way too stupid.
But I would have. I know that if I was to do that, I would have.
I watch these women with these curling irons, and they're grabbing their hair, and they're like sticking it next to their ear and next to their forehead, next to their necks. Guys, we come out, we would look like we were just in the towering inferno, right? I mean, just burns all over our face.
We would have blisters all over.
Yeah, but my hair looked fabulous.
Yeah, you'll have a good hair day.
So, can I share
But
one?
this is one of the smartest people that I know. It happens. You just not thinking, and you just
Yeah. What do you got, Smurf?
Can I share one about my dad?
No.
Okay.
All right. No. Yes. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Here, I'm gonna go to a live chat. So, there was a hurricane in Virginia that knocked down a tree in the backyard, and it had been there for like 6 months, and my dad's like, we're gonna move this thing finally. So we had like this giant tow cable thing with hooks, like giant hooks. I can't even, whatever. And so we wrapped it around the tree, and he was like, okay, now we have to pull. This is a big goddamn tree. So we're pulling, and of course it's not going anywhere. So I said, you're gonna have to get the car, and we're gonna have to like put it around the car.
I can see where this is going. Can you?
Well, the car would have been the smart way.
Okay.
So my dad's like, no, I don't want to mess up the lawn. I'm gonna go get the riding lawnmower. And it was like this big like medium-sized orange riding lawnmower, and he pulls it into the back, and there was the little trailer hitch is like tiny, so you can't put the hooks in there because the hooks are so big. So he wraps it around the seat of the riding lawnmower, and like cowboys. So he grabs like where the things are connected, and so he's got one hand between his legs holding the hooks in place, and then his other hand on the steering, and he lets go of the brake. It looked like a cow tipping over. It just, and then toppled over backwards. And my dad jumped off beforehand. So then we watched as the blades were engaged and spinning.
wow.
He had the blades engaged while he was doing this?
So we're both I'm on the porch. My dad's like next to the thing, and we're watching it like.
Story comes with sound effects.
And he told me to go get the camera because he thought it was so funny. So I actually have somewhere from like 10 years ago an awkward photo of my father standing proud next to an upside down tractor.
But that's the point. Get the camera because we got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, that is the point. But getting the camera is like taking something stupid and then adding to
Memorializing
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Memorializing it. I put it all over Facebook and MySpace back in the day.
Sometimes we have to record these moments
Yeah.
because people won't believe it.
They're so
Right.
ridiculous.
Right.
People will not believe
I
it.
thought the bumper was coming off. I thought that's. What
I
it
thought that was
No, that would have been better. He did end up getting the car, and
Oh no! I think the way this story
No,
ended
this one
was
ended pretty-
No, that was good.
it
It's
was
just
so.
fine.
It just looked like a cow just rearing back.
Listen, there was a news story years ago about some guys in a pickup truck thought they would try to rob an ATM. And it was one of those ATMs at a bank that kind of stands alone out in the drive-through. So they wrapped a chain around the ATM, tied it off against the truck, and they figured they were just going to pull away and drag the thing, uproot it, drag it, and then crack it open. Well, they pulled away, pulled the bumper off the truck, went home. That's it. Game over. They went home. They woke up hours later with a knocking on the door, and there was all these police outside and everything.
They left the bumper with the license plate.
The license plate was left there with the bumper.
That's fantastic.
Oh, man.
We are all stupid. I know stupid's not a nice word, but you know what? Maybe we should just stop being so damn sensitive and realize, hey, I'm just like one chromosome away from sitting here drooling, right?
Well, let me
I'm serious.
Let me tell you something. There are people out there that do the small, ridiculous things that are so stupid, like look for their glasses when they're on their face.
Yeah.
Or have the keys in their hand and search the house for their keys.
Yeah.
I've done that with it on my
Talk
belt.
on the phone and look for your phone.
I've actually locked myself inside my car. The hell you laughing at? I actually got in my car and the doors locked automatically, and I didn't have my keys with me. They were on the porch or in the house or wherever they were. But and for a moment, the door locked, and I went to open the door and it was locked, and I thought, damn it, because I actually for a moment thought I was locked in this car. Because I'm like, my keys, and I don't have my phone, can't call for help. Thank God, because that would have been a funny call.
I'm locked in my car.
But it was just something that went past through my brain in just a moment, and then a split second later, I'm like, oh, click.
That's all it
click.
took.
Yeah, click.
That was not a good moment.
It was not one of my shining moments.
It's not something really to talk about either.
But today it is. Today we're celebrating idiocy.
Because it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. That's a fun story.
If you have one you want to share with us, 954-210-5413. Call in. Don't be afraid. We're not going to make too much fun of you. We'll save that for when we're off the air and we're at home and we're just making fun of you there.
That's right. Or when we're watching it later and we think it's now.
So
that's
what
what
is
I was
happening
going to
right
show
now?
you.
Oh, okay.
Crazy About Costumes is watching right now.
Oh, yay.
Hey, our friends over at Crazy About Costumes right in Fort Lauderdale. You got an event coming up, or you just want to dress up because that's the kind of person you are. Go to Crazy About Costumes. Karen and Keith are going to take care of you. Make sure you tell them Live Out Loud. You heard it right here, and they're going to help you out. You know what? They're going to help you whether you say you heard from us or not, because they're those kind of people.
Yeah.
And
if you tell them about us, they'll give you a little something off.
Yeah.
We don't know what.
Which would be your clothes or your costume.
Oh.
Wait a minute. This cowboy suit doesn't come with a hat. Well, I took it off. You said you wanted something off. I took off the hat. Now you don't.
Yeah, that's right. Now you have to pay extra.
Mention us, don't mention us. It's a crapshoot. Yeah, but Crazy About Costumes, check them out. Good friends of ours. I'll tell you one time.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know it's good when you start giggling before
When
you start
giggling
talking.
before you start talking about
I was
right.
I was young, but I was a
there are
teenager.
no excuses allowed
It was
here
last
now.
week.
I was a teenager. I had my little brother and my little sister were at home, and I was supposed to be keeping an eye on them. And I went upstairs because they weren't making any noise, and I got concerned. And I went upstairs, and there was my little brother looking out the window onto the roof of the porch, like from the upstairs window looking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I come up behind him, and I look out the window, and there's my little sister, my baby sister, standing on the roof of the porch with an umbrella and fuzzy slippers. And my little brother's saying, "Jump, it won't hurt." I don't know why I put the backwoods in there. Jump, it won't hurt. Because you have to think that way to actually think. He's thinking she's going to Mary Poppins her ass all the way down to the ground. It's going to be really soft. The worst part was I really wanted to see what was going to happen. I had to break it up.
Cartoon.
I had to break it up. I had to tell her to get her ass in there, get off the roof. But there was such a huge part of me just was thinking, just jump. I want to see what happens.
That's horrible. That's like the people saying, gee, I wonder what's going to happen if I drag my foot on the pavement while I'm driving 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I just wonder what will happen. Will it hurt for a second? Will and then they drag out of the car.
Oh, wow, Gary.
We used to get metal tips to put on our boots on our when we rode motorcycles, so that when we put our foot down, it would create sparks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It was stupid. It was stupid.
Oh, wow,
You're
that's
right.
so
You're going
awesome.
65 miles an hour. You put your foot down,
And then
you lose a leg that way.
Your foot is pointing the opposite way.
So,
Right.
I mean, a friend of mine lost his leg doing that, but he couldn't go back and get it because he had no leg to hit the brake. So he just kept going.
Ouch.
We don't know where the hell he is now. He just went off into the sunset.
so
Yes.
following an umbrella. Oh, are you finished with your umbrella story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She came in. She survived the incident. She did not jump. But to this day, I think it would have worked.
Well, why don't you give it a try?
I need an umbrella the size of Kansas.
I was in a group project, and we were in the library in college, and we were on like the second floor, and we were in this like circular area, so it's surrounded by windows. So I went to college in Oswego. It is hecka windy up there in the fall, and this guy, it was windy and rainy and gross, and I stopped talking at the group, and I had the group all pause to watch this guy outside because he was let me put the camera on me, sorry. He decided to use an umbrella in Oswego where the winds are like 100,000 miles per hour, and so we took bets to whether he would marry Poppins or turn the thing inside out or just lose it. It turned inside out, and then he Mary Poppined with it. Because the wind
so
was
two people won the bet.
Yeah, we had to split the pot.
All right. Jason. Jason joined us. How you doing, Jason?
Hello, Jason. Oh, Manny's watching.
Manny.
Manny's watching.
All right, Manny. Love you, brother.
All right, Manny. Manny's one of our favorite people.
Gary.
Yes. Oh, Richard Cooper.
Gary.
Richard Cooper.
What?
One of my old students, Rebecca.
Oh, okay.
And Angie's best friend, my daughter Angie's best friend.
Oh, wow.
She's joined us. Hi. Okay. Yes.
What else? Give me something else off your list.
People name their inanimate objects.
Oh, yeah.
Like guitars and stuff. Do you guys name your guitars?
That's stupid. No. Do you name your guitars?
No, I have
it.
one. I named one after Tammy because she gave me a guitar pick with her picture on it.
That is so cool.
Isn't that cool? The coolest thing. So I glued it to one of my guitars, and then I got one of her driver's license. An old one, so I cut out the picture to look like a pick, and I glued that on my guitar. So one of my guitars is Tammy. One of my guitars' name is Tammy.
So when you said the other night you were going to go strum on Tammy, now I understand.
I never said
No,
that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
said
It was a
that.
joke. Tammy, I love you. Sorry.
I never said
Oh,
that.
much love. No, I'm sorry. Bad off limits. All right. Tammy knows I love her to death. She's awesome. Sharon, thanks for joining. Yeah. People, you know what? People are stupid. They will take the worst piece of crap automobile, little tiny junker, shit just falling off of it and everything, and they'll put one of those mufflers on it. You know those mufflers I'm talking about? When you yeah, and it makes this awful sound. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, so you couldn't afford a car for more than like $300. And you're going to draw attention to it.
Right, by buying a muffler that costs more than the car.
That costs more than the car, and it draws attention to the fact that you're driving a ridiculous car. Mm-hmm. If I'm driving something like that, and God knows, I've been there, folks. I think I spent $400 on my first car. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've been in those cars. You don't draw attention to them.
No.
You want the quiet. What muffler do you want? Anything that makes me invisible to any female on the planet. Because if they see me driving this thing, I'm alone.
Remember I was telling you about my best friend Billy?
Yes.
Billy joined us, and Billy, you remember Clint? He had a car that looked like every car that Clint Eastwood drove. And he named it Clint. Hello.
Clint is really not a good name for a car.
Clint? What?
Now, we did name our cars, too.
Car, you know,
Did you name your car?
Cars, I think, are
if
different.
you name your car, that's different. Yeah.
Tell me, what did you name your Prius?
My Prius?
No, your Prius.
I'm
sorry.
Like that's terrible.
I'm sorry. No offense to all the people who drive a Prius.
My Prius?
Yes. What did you name your Prius?
Or
did you not?
I didn't name my Prius. I remember my first car was Rocky. It was an Opel GT. It was a red Opel GT. I named it Rocky.
All right.
But I had a Duster named Dagwood.
I like that. I like that.
But I never named my Prius.
Okay. Well, we had. What do we call that little car? A blue piece of shit? No.
Blue piece of shit.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like the little blue turd or something. I forgot what we called it. But right now we've got Big Red, which is my SUV. That everybody tells me I got to buy a new car, and I will not do it.
There's a reason that we're telling you that.
I am buying a new car, one piece at a time.
Cheaper to buy a new car.
There are more new parts on my car right now than is on your Prius. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Right? Every week it's something new I'm putting on that car.
New door handle.
I will have a brand
AC.
new car. Used car my ass. That's all new parts. No, that's Big Red. And then Teresa's car, the little red car, is called Annie.
Annie.
Little orphan Annie.
Oh, okay.
Cars are always girl names.
What?
Well, yours is Rocky.
Well, my
that was
Rocky
a guy.
and Dagwood wasn't Clint.
Oh, okay.
Billy named it Clint. Hey, what does it mean when it says you skipped ahead in the video? How did I skip ahead in the video?
What is happening?
I don't know.
All right.
It's not only girl names.
I had my car.
Princess.
Okay. My first car was named Ecto. Ecto because of
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It looked like it was a 97 Hyundai Elantra station wagon.
I remember that car.
Fucking love that car.
I remember that car.
I got a stupid, silly story, and it's a personal one, so it isn't my dad again, which I could go on for days.
We only have 2 minutes.
I know. Well, when I was then we got to get to Scott's Curiosities.
That's right.
When I was a little Smurf, I wanted to be like the cool kids, right? And ride my bike down this dirt path that these like preteens to teenagers had, and it was super cool. Like they had like mounds and like stuff to do jumps and shit. Well, I had one of the bikes that was like a beach cruiser, not necessarily, but there were no brakes on the handles. You had to step backwards. I came down this path so fast trying to be cool, and this like white and pink bike. I flew off the ramp right into a tree. It was like a good 10 feet away, and I just slammed right into the tree. It hurt a little bit. It was smart.
I think we've all hit something on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Mailboxes. You ever hit a mailbox?
I never hit a mailbox, but I've hit like other people on bicycles.
Were you aiming for him?
No.
Just a bad driver?
Just that.
Were you one of those people, you're riding next to somebody, you're talking to them, and since you turned your head, you lean and you just kind of like drift right into them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just, a lot of people going.
Okay. Just a lot of people going.
You know what that's called?
Like leaving school. There's a lot of bikes going at one time, you know?
And they're all cattywampus.
Oh boy, here we go.
Cattywamp.
I got that word in there. All right, we got it in there.
He told me it before the show, and I was like, "Are you serious?" And it's on his paper. It is on his paper.
All right, so everybody, listen up.
I think Scott's Curiosities.
Well, before I get to the curiosities, I want to remind everybody one more time. There's a reason we do this show. We do this show because we want to tell everybody you can have fun, you can live, you can laugh, you can go out there and just do anything you want to do, and you can do it clean and sober.
Right.
When you're drinking and drugging and doing all of that stuff and it's out of control, you don't have choices. You don't have an opportunity to have fun in your life and make your life better. You are under its control.
And it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. And it hurts everyone around you. So please, if you need help, call Karen, our addiction specialist, 786-514-0893. 786-514-0893. Ask questions. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Maybe we can get you in a treatment center. Maybe we can give you some suggestions for something in your area. Do not suffer with your addiction alone. You don't have to do that anymore. Join us. Join us being clean and sober and having a great time. Right, Gary?
Yes.
All right. And I want to thank all the callers for calling in today, too. That was really cool. But right now it is time for...
Scott's Curiosities.
I didn't know what he was
For
going to
the
do.
love of God,
geez.
can we record something?
Let's try it. Scott's Curiosities.
Wow. Sounds like you're introducing the next act at the strip club.
Oh, it's better than Scott's Curiosities coming up now.
Oh, let's do it NPR style.
All right.
Talk
Bill does
softly.
Bill Morgan does it. He says, but it's time for new rules.
New rules.
Now it's time
Yeah.
for Scott's Curiosity.
Hey, there we go.
There we go. Oh, jeez.
I like that. I like that. The tens of people out there really love it. All right. If you're watching synchronized swimmers and one of them drowns, do the others have to drown too? I mean, right?
I mean, it's synchronized drowning.
It depends if it's the leader or
You're
not.
going to lose points if you don't all do it together.
There is a leader.
Why do they call it raw sewage? Is there any other kind? Is there good sewage?
It's cooked sewage.
Cooked sewage. There's cooked sewage.
It's been in the crock pot all day. It's cooked
Just
sewage.
been steeping.
Back in the old days, what did they call antiques?
Antiques.
Newteaks.
But we're
What? New products.
newteaks?
Yeah, and until
Oh, boy.
only, well, I can't say until. I would say only at the time of Adam and Eve were there no antiques. But a week later,
But
the apple
I think
was
it's
an
20
antique.
years.
It can't be an antique after
it's-
a week.
It's 20 years.
20 years, I think, is the
20 years?
official
Yeah.
antique.
I almost have my car registered.
Oh, you know what? I got to give a shout out right here. I know I'm in the middle of curiosities. Amanda Wadlinger, New Jersey. Amanda, haven't seen you in forever. I love you. Love your family. I hope you guys are all doing well. Amanda and Gary, the two of my best friends in the world back when I lived in Jersey. They're fantastic people.
Well, hello
a
to
lot
you.
of fun. We spent a lot of time at the sailing club. It was awesome. Anyway, love you.
He didn't say.
All right. So, no, I had a boat. I just couldn't go on it.
Didn't go on it.
If you put a chameleon in a room full of mirrors, what color would he turn? You like that one, huh?
That's pretty funny.
Okay.
That is pretty funny.
All right. Can a hearse carrying a corpse drive in the carpool lane?
I don't see why not.
I don't think there's actually a rule that the person has to be alive.
That's an interesting question, but but at that time, I imagine that they're being escorted. So
Well, sometimes the
drive
hearse is
anywhere
driving
they
them
want.
Yeah,
from
maybe
the
they're
hospital
going-
to the
yeah,
funeral
from-
home.
It wouldn't be the hospital, it'd be the morgue.
that's
Good point.
that's two bodies. That is
It is two bodies, and that is actually a real body.
We should ask our cop friend.
All right. Next one. Okay. If you got addicted to therapy, who would treat you? You need help for your addiction to therapy, but I can't send you to the therapist. What do you mean?
No, there are people.
There are people that do.
There are people that are addicted to therapy.
Yeah, what is your treatment? Sit with nobody?
But I'll tell you, therapy is great.
It is.
Therapy
It is good.
great.
Absolutely. I went to my therapist. I went for 12 years before he finally looked at me and says, maybe life isn't for everybody, Scott.
Oh,
What?
God.
Maybe life isn't for everybody. That's right. So I went to get a second opinion. He said, "Yeah, you're ugly too." Thank you, Rodney.
Doc Call says, I got good news and bad news. What's the good news? You're dying next week. Or you're dying in 2 weeks. What's the bad news? I forgot to call you 2 weeks ago. Whatever it is.
Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
yeah, I know. I screwed it up. I'm in
24
the middle of my
hours till
curiosities. It's not
That's
joke time.
right. Oh, by the way, Dee tried to call in. I just want to let you know,
Oh,
Dee
I'm
tried
sorry.
to call in, and she couldn't get through, and she named her car Eloise.
Eloise. That's
Eloise.
Eloise. I bet you it was an Elantra. Eloise the Elantra. It sounds right.
I don't know.
It sounds right. Okay.
No, it was a 29 and a half Ford. What is a 29 and a half Ford?
That doesn't help us.
I couldn't afford the 30.
It was her first car. She says Eloise was scripted across the rumble seat. D, you are not that old.
The rumble seat?
The rumble seat.
is
I'm
the
sorry.
rumble
I do
seat?
not.
Exactly.
I'm too old.
You
Or
are
too
not
young.
that old. If you are that old, then you look great.
No, maybe the car was that old.
All right, let me finish up my curiosities
Sorry,
here.
Scott.
It's no problem. You know, when your photo's taken for your driver's license, they always tell you to smile. Right?
Right.
Smile. Why? The only time you have to show your driver's license is when you get pulled over, and you are not going to be smiling then. What they should tell you is to make a face like you're really pissed off, because that way they can really identify who you are.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think when you show your driver's license when you're going on a trip, a happy vacation, or when you're, I was going to say buying, something that you need to be a certain
Cigarettes?
age. Cigarettes,
There you go.
right?
Saved
You
you.
have to show, but of course, who wants to smile when they're getting cancer?
Wow, what? He's trying to dig himself out of a hole that he keeps
I was
getting
just about
deeper
to
and
say
deeper.
that being proof for alcohol, but
Yeah. Wow.
It's just
all right.
moving from bad to
but
worse,
the
Gary.
vacation one was good.
That's
Yes,
one
that was
every
good.
The
3.5
vacation
years.
Okay, when you go to trial, they always swear in, and they have to be sworn in and to tell the truth. The witnesses. Why don't they do that with the lawyers?
I think that's part of their bar.
Because
I think they should.
Okay.
There would be no
I know.
court.
I know. They should put your hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth. You do that for the lawyers.
I thought that was a part of the bar.
I know they go to the bar afterwards. I don't know what
Okay.
happens in between. Do you realize you could kill a deer and put it up on your wall, but it's illegal to keep one as a pet?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Bambi, I'm not allowed to play with you in the yard, but come here, I'll cut your head off and put you over the fireplace.
Well, that's why they killed Bambi's mom. Spoiler alert.
Oh. Seriously, I mean, think about that. You could shoot him and stuff him.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, no, don't
he's
think
thinking
about it.
about
He's
it.
actually thinking.
He's thinking.
Oh,
Just thought about it.
the steam is coming out of his ears.
All right, so we have a speed of sound, we have a speed of light. Is there a speed of smell?
Depends on how fast the wind is.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, there's a little silence there.
All right,
Yeah.
this is a math one.
Oh, then I'm totally out of this one.
Do you suppose the Little Mermaid wears an algebra?
Oh, gosh.
Algebra?
No, it's shells, buddy.
It's going totally
Shut
over
up,
your head. Turn the mic off. It's going totally over your head.
All right. Why is it that when somebody doesn't understand something you said, you believe saying it louder and slower will make them understand? Or if they don't
know.
Even worse, if they don't know the person you are discussing. Daniel was there the other day. Daniel who? Daniel. Daniel who? Daniel! And they get louder and they start to emphasize it.
Emphasize, right.
No,
Well, that's with a foreign language, too.
I have done that
Yeah.
to Canadians.
Do you speak
Foreign
English? No. Do you speak English?
I've done that with Canadians over at Radio Shack by accident, where they're mainly French, right? The ones that I was.
I don't know. I don't talk to them.
Okay. Oh wow.
Good.
They were French Canadians, and they could only speak French. And the poor guys were just trying to get a cell phone, and for some reason, I don't know. It must be human instinct to accidentally do it, but I was just like, this one, and I'm pointing and I'm flailing, and I'm like, this one, and it's like, what am I doing? I had to. There's nothing I could do. Sorry, I'm done.
Jerry says that the sense of smell can take you back to another time.
Absolutely. It is one of the most powerful senses. Did you realize that? I mean, sight.
Not until I sat next to you.
Oh no.
Wow, really?
All right.
Really?
Oh, come on.
Are you pleased with yourself?
Listen, I don't mean that, but it was just too perfect. I had to say that.
I'm sorry. I got odor readers. They ate for a half hour and threw up.
I owe him $1. I owe you $1. I definitely owe you $1.
My son had really stinky feet. He put odor readers in his shoes. He took 3 steps and disappeared.
Oh, no.
Oh, seriously. Okay. Why do we have to see a bad driver? Think about it. You're on the road and you see somebody doing something stupid in front of you in their car.
Right.
There is almost this urge, this primal instinct that we have to get alongside of them and look and see what they look like. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Somebody's driving like an idiot. All I want to do is get away from that person, but before I do,
I want to see if it's somebody that shouldn't be driving, like somebody that,
let's be careful where you go here.
Is
Here we go.
is sleeping.
Think about your neighbors. Oh, okay.
Someone who's sleeping, or someone who is really, like can't see out of the windshield, or
Yeah, agreed. But that's that thing, it's like, I want to see what stupidity really looks like.
that thing. Oh yeah.
I gotta see, and then sometimes you're even shocked. You're like, oh, they don't look like somebody who would do that.
Right.
All right, and last one.
And then they look at you, and they do this.
Yeah.
Flail in mouth.
If they're not busy texting.
Or going to the
They flail mouth
glove box
and
for a
text.
gun.
Okay, our last one.
Okie dokie.
This is it. This is the last one. I need a drum roll.
That's really good.
Is that even coming through?
Sounds like a timpani, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. Oh my God,
Oh, all
Clark
the different-
Griswold, relax.
All the different sounds of drum rolls.
I really don't have a last one. I just wanted to see everybody do that. No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
no.
I've got a last one. Do you think the ocean would be a whole lot deeper if there weren't sponges in it?
That's brilliant.
It's
just
not
that.
The volume of the
brilliant.
ocean would probably change dramatically. If there weren't sponges in it.
That is brilliant.
It's not global warming, it's the damn sponges.
Yes. Just think about it.
That's brilliant.
Yes. And I hurt myself on that one, so
You were thinking too hard?
I was thinking too. God, what a great show. Thanks, everybody, for calling in. Those people who tried to call in and couldn't get through, we are sorry. We will do it on the next show as well, so you will have a chance to call in.
The next show will be next week sometime.
We'll keep you up to date
We'll
on
keep you
Twitter,
up to date.
on Twitters, Instagrams, and Facebooks.
Absolutely. Right now, we're going to shoot for next Friday at 2 o'clock. We're going to shoot for that time. So we will
News
give you
to
the
me,
update.
We will work on that.
We're going to shoot for that.
Yeah,
But
we should be
we'll
fine.
keep you up to date. And once again, I want to thank Broadcast Beat Studios for allowing us to use their studio while we are building our own. We've got a lot going on, and Gary and I, Smurf, you could reach out to us on our Facebook page and leave us any questions. Talk to us. Let us know what you're up to, and if you need to know what we're up to and you want to get involved in helping people find recovery, please join us. Help us out.
Really, don't hesitate. If you know somebody who needs help with addiction, if you need help with addiction yourself, don't hesitate. You got nothing to lose. You really don't. The only thing that you can lose if you don't call or you don't look for help is your life.
There you go. Can't put it any better than that. I had a great time. Gary, did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Smurf? Nobody cares. All right.
This
So,
show was supposed to be 45 minutes.
God,
right?
we put a timer in everything.
We had a timer
and
Right by
everything.
it.
we blew our asses so far past that. It looks like we're only...
It's not 5 minutes. It's like 15.
Wow. All right. Well, had a great time, but, I got stuff to do. So, for now, thanks for joining us right here at Live Out Loud Podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm playing tonight.
You're... Whoa,
We're
sorry.
playing at Rips tonight.
You're at where?
Rips.
Rips?
In Lighthouse Point, right off of Copans Road.
Which band?
South. Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
And tomorrow we're in Cape Coral with the Long Run. And we on August 2nd, we're going to be at Gulfstream with the Long Run, with the horns, with the sick puppy horns.
Sick
Yeah,
puppies.
and let me
I
give a
think I
personal
know
shout out to my friends at Wolfpack. We're becoming friends now, and watching Gary perform and getting to know people, it's been great. And of course, the Long Run and John and everybody over there, John and and all the peoples.
John.
Listen, it's been great. I have to go. I have to go pick up Therese and take her out to meet her boyfriend tonight.
I was just thinking to myself, well, I hope I get a chance to say I love you, Tammy.
Say it.
And there you are. You saying you taking Therese to pick up her boyfriend?
No, not to pick up her boyfriend, to see her boyfriend. We're going to see the new Brad Pitt movie.
Oh, is that her hall pass?
That's her pass.
Oh, I see.
Her hall pass is if Brad Pitt ever walks through our door and says, "Come with me," I have to
watch.
Everybody.
Oh,
gets,
yeah.
Oh.
You have to watch her leave.
I actually am contracted to help her pack. So she said, "You get to pick one person." So I picked the girl down at the Winn-Dixie. That didn't go over well.
Oh my!
Apparently, I didn't understand the rules.
It had to be somebody impossible.
No, mine is got to be Sandra Bullock.
That should be
Hers is Brad Pitt. Mine is Sandra Bullock.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and we're both still hoping that'll happen.
Okay, well, that's since we were talking about stupid things. That's a great way to end the show.
Sandra Bullock is awesome. Sandra, if you're watching, I love you.
She is. She sure is.
Okay. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us right here, Live Out Loud Podcast. Make sure you tune in and share us with your friends. Join us on our YouTube page, Live Out Loud Podcast on YouTube, and go to our website, liveoutloudshop.com. Pick up a Live Out Loud t-shirt, sweatshirt, something else, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Now, I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we got Smurf over there. We want to thank you guys for joining in. Have a great day.
And be kind to somebody.